Obviously, we work pretty much within BMX when we're trying to sell BMX bikes, but this is our second year as a national sponsor with USA BMX. We obviously advertise in Pull Magazine. We just sent a bike over to the UK for a bike test that I heard went very well with 2024 magazine. I'd like to get into BMX Plus and some of the other publications like that. It's just a matter of cost for us. We obviously spend a lot of effort and time and dollars going to the races because we're a race company. We make race bikes. We don't make freestyle bikes. We don't make dirt jump bikes. We may in the future, but our heritage is a race company. That's what we do now. And so most importantly, we feel like we need to be at the races, which is why we're here. It was important for us because Staats had sort of floundered for a couple of years around the recession when the ownership of the company was changing hands. We wanted to come back strong and come back with a product line that was deserving of the original Staats moniker, which was a very high-end boutique brand, and it was important to us to come out with some very nice bikes right off the bat. Our bikes, I guess they're expensive, but not really. For a complete race bike of that quality out of the box, they range from $900 to $1,225, and I don't think there's anything finer built that you can start with. But having established the bloodline now, we are in the process of developing a mid-level range of completes. This frame will not have the vertical dropouts that is a signature of the bloodline, and it won't have the integrated quick release, but it will have a lot of the same design characteristics, same geometry, and these will be complete-only bikes. We call it our super stock line, and we're going to hope to have those out again at the end of summer in time for Interbike moving into 2015. And those will retail, I think, for about $500 to $700, which is obviously quite off of a $900 to $1,200 bike, which is what the bloodline is. Well, I guess if I start, I have to look at a bike to kind of go down the list. And a lot of these folks that sponsor our team, you know, when I got back into Staats, I had been out of the factory team game for a long time. I was actually partners with Mike with Redmond in Redmond Bikes for just a couple of years in the 7 years that I ran the race program, but I did work with him on the development of the original Tomahawk. But our relationships with our sponsors, you know, my relationships with sponsors goes all the way back to when I first ran the factory Diamondback program, 96 to 99. And a lot of those sponsors have, you know, stayed with me, and when I got back into it, I was able to rekindle some of those relationships, and that's been great. But I also have some new ones as well. But just kind of going down the line, big sponsorship for us is Stealth Hubs. Todd Ackert and Aki at Stealth have been just fabulous to work with, have been unflinching in supplying us with a lot of product, and that's expensive product, as you probably know. What we believe is absolutely the finest hub on the market. We have them on every single one of our team bikes, and I build a lot of them at our shop, and when we do a lot of custom builds, we've had a lot of people want that team bike exactly as it sits, and we've shipped it all over the world now. People calling me up saying, I want that Gran Premio with the green Stealth hubs. Stealth went out, did that custom Chiari green for us. That's our team color with Chiari. And they did those green hubs, and they look super sharp. In fact, they've gotten a lot of demand for them. I think now they're stocking that hub as a regular color because of the introduction of it through the Staats team bike. So Stealth, big sponsor. ProMax came on big for us this year with brakes and cranks. We don't do a pro crank set, so super grateful for the support from Michael and Toby over at ProMax. ODI, I had been with ODI for years and years with Redmond, so it's really nice to have them back on board as a sponsor as well. V-Tire, I've known Tony D for a long time, and they have been really great with us in terms of supplying the team with tires. We're eager to get some of the new red walls on that Gran Premio. I had one picture of one that we put on one in Nashville, and it was blowing up on Facebook pretty good. So we got to get some of those red walls on these team bikes. new sponsor for us this year, POC helmets, and I know they're very different looking for most of the moto crowd. They're used to more of a motorcycle influenced design, but again, because I've been in the design business, my partner Eugene and I, we've been tracking POC for many years, especially at Interbike, a Swedish company, huge in snow. If you watch the Winter Olympics, guys like Bodie Miller and those guys were sporting that stuff. We had a lot of people calling us right after the Winter Olympics, sudden surge in POC and BMX. At our shop, at our track, we are selling a whole bunch of POC helmets now. And the great thing about it, hey, you go out to a racetrack at a national, you look out on the track, hopefully we'll change this and you'll see a lot of POC helmets, but for now, you see a POC helmet, they're very easy to spot, super clean European design, bold colors, and you know that's a Stats rider out there. So POC came on big for us with goggles and helmets. O'Neill, this is our second year with them. Style Industries does our jerseys, Alienation on our rims. Zach Taylor over there hooking us up. Most of the other parts, we make. Chiari makes almost everything else on the bike. KMC came in with us again this year for chains, and I think that's about everybody. I'm looking around. I don't want to leave anybody. I don't want to leave anybody out, and I know I'm going to. I think that covers the gamut. We're a small design company, so we also have a lot of other corporate clients, which means that we move as fast as we can with Stats and Chiari. And I know that as we continue to sell more and do more, that's going to have to change. We're going to have to bring some more bodies in and get some more bandwidth. But we're very particular in terms of the look and the feel and the message and the story. So the website's been coming along slowly, but now the Chiari website is up as well as the Stats website. Stats is Staats Bikes and StatsBMX.com. And Chiari is AlbertoChiari.com. That's AlbertoChiari.com. And you can also link from one to the other when you're online. Facebook, it's one Facebook page, Stats/Chiari Parts, StatsBMX/Chiari Parts. And we try to do a lot with social media and Facebook. You can always see pictures of new product, race reports, and that kind of stuff online. And I guess we're going to be on sugarcane now. Back to you, Billy.